indefinitely. Greenhouses could maintain plant life. Animals could be bred and slaughtered.
Now I am become death, destroyer of worlds.
-1 minute. Put on your goggles. Observers without goggles must face away from the blast.
One plane, one bomb, one city. One plane, one bomb, one city. One plane, one bomb, one city. One plane, one bomb, one city.
Fallout from atomic explosions. Every nuclear or thermonuclear bomb throws into the air a large cloud of radioactive particles. These man-made radioisotopes remain aloft for varying periods of time, but most of them eventually return to Earth. It is this return which is known as fallout. -10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now I am become death, destroyer of worlds. Now I am become death, destroyer of worlds. One plane, one bomb, one city. One plane, one bomb, one city. One plane, one bomb, one city. One plane, one bomb, one city.
Fallout from atomic explosions. Every nuclear or thermonuclear bomb throws into the air a large cloud of radioactive particles. These man-made radioisotopes remain aloft for varying periods of time, but most of them eventually return to Earth. It is this return which is known as fallout. -10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Animals could be bred and slaughtered.
It's
Don't call Zoomers weak, dog.
Oh.
Zoomers are next level.
it's time.
And gonna
I'm ready.
download the theme real quick.
Ladies and gentlemen, wanderers of the desert highways and seekers of the peculiar, welcome to a place where reality bends like the rusty signposts of forgotten Americana. Nestled along the faded ribbons of Route 66 in a landscape marred by atomic whispers, we invite you to the Atomic Shaman Sweat Lodge, a refuge from the eccentricities of the road, and perhaps a gateway to realms unseen. Picture it. A motel and RV park, rising like an oasis from the dust-choked trails of the Mojave. Here, under the flickering neon of our vintage sign, adventurers and wayfarers from every corner of this odd world converge. Amidst the cacti and Joshua trees, our grounds hum with a mystique that only a land scorched by nuclear fever can possess. Step into our realm, where time echoes the distant rumbles of atomic tests, and the spirits of old Route 66 still whisper their tales. Our Sweat Lodge, a centerpiece of our peculiar establishment, promises a journey beyond the mundane. Within its sacred confines, bathed in the warmth of ancient stones, you may find revelations or simply respite from the ceaseless road. So, fellow travelers, if you're seeking a break from the relentless sun, a glimpse into the curious mysteries of the desert, or merely a haven amidst the fallout of modernity, the Atomic Shaman Sweat Lodge beckons. Embrace the allure of the unknown. Join us as we navigate the surreal corridors of this radioactive expanse along America's Mother Road. Here, at our crossroads of past and future, let the adventure begin anew.
You know, that meme song is just for like an Arabic vegetable oil cooking commercial.
It goes hard.
It does, man. It has no business going that hard, but it's getting the shit memed out of it, man.
I was wondering what the fuck it was. I thought it was like some kind of jihadi shit.
No, no, it's just like you see like the graphics look like they're like from like the early '90s or something. They're really bad, but everybody's like jamming to it. There's like ethos dancing to it and stuff.
Nah, you know the Veggie Tales? I thought it was like Veggie Tales.
Yeah,
and I
they
was
look
waiting...
like the Veggie Tales, but the Arabic version.
No, I was waiting for them to jihad somebody, like fucking straight up cut off their head or something.
Well, some guys were like playing it for like the new, jihadi videos. You know how we used to get the nasheeds and shit. You know when ISIS was like doing stuff, but or Toyotathon. You know they're kind of doing that kind of stuff.
Nice.
But what's it? Giancarlo Esposito expressed interest in playing Charles Xavier in an X-Men movie if Denzel Washington would play Magneto. And all I want to see is Magneto being a black Hebrew Israelite in the alternate version of the climatic battle where Charles Xavier uses his power to force Magneto to relive the Holocaust. And Magneto really freaks out over the gas chambers having wooden doors because the master of magnetism would have no effect on him. And if the movie does well, we should get a new Black Panther movie starring Ryan Gosling.
Oh, jeez.
He's
So
literally me,
it's
bro.
been a few months since our last live stream, and I'm hating myself getting up at 5 a.m. when I could have ran a Somali daycare and leering center. There's a new conspiracy theory about Charlie Kirk's assassination. It's believed it was done by an extra small shaped charged explosive device that was planted in his lapel microphone. If you want to hear more about it in detail, you could check out last week's Atomic Tales from the RV Park to hear more about it in greater detail. I attempted to branch out on social media by creating another TikTok account and apparently posting Kamikaze Karen as George Floyd. I can't drive is against their terms of service, but you can celebrate the assassination of Charlie Kirk or calling for violence against ICE agents, and it's perfectly fine. You know, those accounts don't get taken down. I also tried making another Facebook account to promote the show, and what do you know? They banned my account after 3 days. I created a new identity with a new computer. And so that's a new MAC address, a new IP address, and a new email address with new images not tied to previous accounts. That's really weird how they know it's me somehow. There appears to be a new PSYOP or PR campaign to improve the image of Jeffrey Epstein. Nick Fuentes has just won a Jewish Gold sponsorship, and now he's claiming Epstein isn't really a bad guy. He's fucking teenagers and not toddlers. He's also seen wearing a replica of Epstein's Quarterzip that has been advertised on Instagram.
What?
So, yeah, let me put it up on the screen so you can guys see it, what I'm talking about.
Oh, no.
Now, let me put the image up.
Let's see here.
So the difference is instead of the Quarterzip having Jeffrey Epstein's initials like shaped in that diamond, it says USA. And so Nick Fuentes has been sporting one.
No, I'm just cramped. Everything I do.
Okay.
Yes. So the original Epstein Quarterzip sold at an auction for $11,000. And I'm seeing people on social media saying, "Oh, you hate Epstein. Just admit you're mad that you weren't invited to his party."
What?
Yes, this has been happening. It's been all over Instagram.
Take? I mean,
esoteric story. You wouldn't understand that if you're just sort of passing through, if you're just a normie.
Yeah, people are saying it's
That's a
rage.
bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it works out for him.
Yeah, people are saying it's just rage bait. And I was like, no, I feel like this is like a PR campaign. It's like a low level,
remember
psyop.
that
It feels
Nick
like a
is
psyop.
friends
It's
with
directed at certain
Snake-O.
people. That's why we're not getting it. Trump's been in office for over a year, and there have been 0 arrests of the Epstein client list. Dan Bongino protected the deep state for about a year, and after doing nothing during his tenure at the FBI, has returned to streaming on Rumble and blocking every one of his critics on Twitter. And I haven't been blocked yet, but I'm working on it. We'll see if Griff Pawlowski will kill our Rumble channel after criticizing Bongino for going harder on the people that expected results versus the actual deep state.
You don't have the card.
And they come to think of it, there's a lot of people now leaving TikTok for a new social media platform called Upscale, because now TikTok will censor anybody who mentions the name Epstein. So everybody's getting really pissed off about that, and they're deleting it. There was someone that they were saying that they had 13 million followers, and they fucking deleted their account and said they're done with TikTok because of the censorship going on. Everything's going to be controlled. With that in mind, there's a new Republican candidate that has my attention. And normally, I don't care about politicians, but the candidate is James Fishback, a 30-year-old hedge fund manager,
this guy
Republican
goes hard.
gubernatorial hopeful running to succeed Ron DeSantis as governor of Florida in the 2026 election. Fishback has officially proposed a 50% sin tax on OnlyFans creators in mid-January 2026 during an interview on a conservative podcast. So the key details of the proposal. The tax would specifically target the income earned by OnlyFans creators by residing in Florida. Fishback has publicly called out high earners like Sophie Rain, claiming that she would owe an estimated $42 million to the state under his plan. The revenue allocation, he estimates that the tax could generate approximately $200 million annually. He proposes using these funds for raising public school teacher salaries, improving school lunch programs, supporting crisis pregnancy centers, establishing a safe mental health czar for men. Fishback has characterized the platform as online degeneracy and stated the tax is intended to de-incentivize and deter the behavior of selling content online. Legal and political context. So, the constitutional challenge analyst and legal experts have noted that the Florida Constitution currently prohibits a person income tax making the implementation of such a levy against a legally complex requiring a constitutional amendment. Standing as of January 2026, Fishback has considered a long shot candidate significantly trailing behind other potential Republican contenders such as U.S. Rep. Byron Donalds in early primary polls. The proposal has drawn sharp criticism from creators and free speech advocates who argue it is discriminatory, unconstitutional, and will likely drive creators out of the state. Well, that's why he's doing it.
Won't someone think of the hose?
Yeah. So while there's no official government registry for OnlyFans creators, data from industry studies, the 2026 political projections provide several estimates from Florida. Estimated creator count is, as of 2026, Florida is consistently ranked as one of the top 3 states for OnlyFans activity, trailing behind California and Nevada in terms of creators per capita. So Miami is frequently cited as the OnlyFans capital of the U.S. as of late 2025, early 2026. There are at least 4,912 creators identified in Miami alone. The statewide projection, while the total statewide headcount is not so publicly disclosed by OnlyFans, but recent political analysis related to the 50% sin tax suggests that the creator base is large enough to potentially generate $200 million in annual tax revenue at a 50% rate. The economic impact in the past year, saying Florida residents and visitors spent an estimated $159.6 million on the platform in 2025. 3 Florida cities, Miami, Orlando, and Tampa, rank among the highest in the world for per capita spending on the platform. The high-profile curators like Sophie Rain, who resides in Florida, has been cited in the most current political debates as an example of the state's massive creator economy, with individuals potentially tax liabilities estimated at tens of millions of dollars. So she actually makes more money than Kobe Bryant without the Nike shoe deal.
Wow.
Along with the California, Texas, and Florida accounts for a combined of 28.9% of the entire U.S. OnlyFans creator base, the number of creators in Florida, cities like Miami, grew by 3% in the last year. Here's my proposal. Drive the tax up to 75% of the income and implement it in all 50 of the states.
Ooh. Okay.
In a document published in October Bulletin of the World Health Organization and funded by the Gates Foundation, the World Health Organization is proposing a globally interoperable digital identity infrastructure that permanently tracks every individual's vaccination status from birth. So, this dystopian proposal raises more than privacy and autonomy concerns. It establishes the architecture for government overreach, cross domain profiling, AI driven behavioral targeting, conditional access to services, and a globally interoperable surveillance and grid tracking individuals. It also creates unprecedented risk in data security, accountability, mission creep, enabling a digital control system that reaches into every sector of life. The proposed system integrates personally identifiable information with socioeconomic data such as household income, ethnicity, and religion. It deploys artificial intelligence for identifying and targeting the unreached and combating misinformation. It also enables governments to use vaccination records as prerequisites for educational, travel, and other services. What the WHO document admits, in their own words, is to establish a framework that the authorities define the program as nothing less than restructuring of how governments govern. Digital transformation is intentional, systematic implementation of an integrated digital application that can change how governments plan, execute, measure, and monitor programs. So they openly state the purpose that this is a transformation that can accelerate the progress towards Immunization Agenda 2030, which aims to ensure everyone, everywhere, at every age fully benefits from vaccines. So this would be in the context of every policy recommendations that a plan of global vaccination compliance digitally enforced. So it would be birth registration, digital identity, and lifelong tracking. It would link vaccine records to income, ethnicity, religion, and social programs, conditioning access to schooling, travel, services, and a digital vaccine proof, using digital systems to prevent wasting vaccines in already immune children, AI systems to target individuals identifying unreached and combat misinformation, global interoperability standards, international data exchange, surveillance, expansion into everyday interactions, behavior shaping through alerts, reminders, and social monitoring, acknowledgement of global donor control, including the Gates Foundation at the bottom line. So, in the WHO's own words, digital information is a unique opportunity to address many long-standing challenges in immunization. So now's the time to be bold, new approaches, and stakeholders should embrace digital transformation as an enabler for achieving the ambitious immunization of 2030 goals.
I'm the crazy one here. We're all crazy. The whole world's crazy.
So the OnlyFans creators and social media influencers are also increasing getting U.S. visas, primarily the O-1B visa, which is for individuals with extraordinary abilities in the arts by demonstrating significant income, large followings, and commercial success, leading to a major shift to who qualifies in this talent-based visa. Immigration lawyers report a surge in applications from digital creators who use metrics like high engagement earnings to prove their extraordinary status, expanding the definition of talent beyond traditional artists. So this is how they qualify. The O-1 Bravo visa. This visa is for extraordinary, I think I already, including the motion pictures, television industry, and now encompasses digital content creation. So meeting the criteria, the creators will use a high follower count, significant earning, and major brand deals to meet eligibility requirements for the extraordinary ability, often proving that they're claimed through digital metrics rather than traditional artistic achievements. The rise of digital careers post-pandemic has led to significant increase in the O-1B application from influencers and OnlyFans models, according to immigration attorneys. From traditional to digital, the visa, once reserved for established actors, musicians, and scholars, is now being dominated by influencers, reflecting the change in cultural relevance and commerce, as noted by Fox News, The Fast Company, and Hyperallergenic. Some creators argue that this trend waters down the visa and cheapens its original intent, while supporters see it as a necessary evolution to recognize modern, labor-intensive, and commercially successful digital careers.
Oh, God. This is terrible. Oh, this is terrible.
So, a Lancaster County man is accused of being behind a string of thefts involving human remains at Mount Moriah Cemetery in Yinden. Delaware County District Attorney Tanner Rouse has charged Jonathan Gerlich, age 34, Ephrata, um, with about 500 counts of trespassing, abuse of a corpse, and theft for allegedly stealing remains. So, Thursday's announcement follows 2 months of a burglary reports at the historic cemetery, which spans through Philadelphia and Edon. Detectives conducted a stakeout Tuesday evening of the property and witnessed Garlick's car with numerous bones and skulls in plain view of the backseat of his vehicle.
What?
So, according to a press release from the district attorney's office, Garlick allegedly exited the premise with a burlap bag and a crowbar. Officers detained him and said that he admitted to stealing human remains from 30 grave sites at Mount Moira Cemetery. Multiple law enforcement agencies conducted a raid at his home and discovered more than 100 sets of full or partial human remains. Officials said it's not known whether all remains are from the Mount Moira cemetery or from other locations, so detectives walked into a horror movie come to life at his house. They said that during a press conference, it is truly one of the most literal sense of one word, horrific. I grieve for those who are upset by this and then who are going through this, who are trying to figure out if this is an act of their loved ones. So he is currently being held at George W. Hill Correctional Facility. He will not post bail, and a preliminary hearing is slated. Actually, it was last week on the 20th.
Degenerates like you belong on a cross.
Hey, yo, free my boy. That's just circumstantial evidence.
I'm sure he's just doing it for science or necromancy. Nothing weird. A family in India has been forced out of their home by a series of inexplicable fires that some believe to be the result of a curse. According to a local media report, the curious case began when the start of the year when a holy man known as a sadhu visited the residence of Lakham Mistri in search of some bread to eat. So when the homeowner's daughter-in-law regretfully informed the wandering mystic that they only had water and rice, the stranger angrily rejected the proposal substitution issued a curse upon the family, promising that their home would be struck by fire. So shortly thereafter, the sadhu's hex seemingly coming to fruition as an inexplicable blaze erupted on the residence. So it says that since that time, such incidents have become daily occurrences, destroying a wide range of household items, including clothing, food, and bedding. Particularly perplexing to the family is that the house has no electricity, so they can't come up with an explanation for how these mysterious fires keep happening. So the situation has become so harrowing that for Mystery and their loved ones that they opted to abandon the residence and now live outside with their remaining belongings in the hopes that the recurring fires will eventually cease. While many in their village believe that the family's plight is a direct result of the Sadhu's curse, others have expressed skepticism about the strange tale, suggesting that authorities are taking the matter seriously, and a local official visited the unfortunate family and called for an investigation into the peculiar case.
I want to see it.
So, it was an evening of fun and fireworks that took a terrifying turn for a pair of Wisconsin teenagers when they spotted what appeared to be a Sasquatch slowly approaching them. The unsettling incident occurred back in September and came to light in October when a report from one of the witnesses posted that the Bigfoot Field Research Organization, according to the teen, and the possible Sasquatch encounter began when the duo stopped at the visitors' parking lot in the Kettle Moraine State Forest about to shoot some bottle rockets. He recalled that his friend being uneasy about the situation because he felt like they were being watched, which the witnesses also said they experienced deep down. So settling aside the trepidation, the pair proceeded to play with the bottle rockets for approximately 20 minutes until witnesses went back to the truck for more fireworks. It was then that noted a sizable shape moving along the street across the vehicle until it was directly in front of him. When the teen's eyes adjusted to the darkness and he got a clear view of the mysterious interloper, he saw a very, very large upright figure with white and blackish gray hair. Astounded by the shocking sight, the witness alerted his friend to the creature's presence, and though they only caught a glimpse of its head and shoulders due to the darkness of the moment. Chillingly, the teen recounted the suspected Sasquatch started to walk toward them slowly, almost in an intimidating manner, approaching without an ounce of fear. When the creature reached the edge of the parking lot, it was lit up from the truck's cargo light, providing the witnesses a better look at what he describes as a muscular, hair-covered bipedal creature standing about 7 to 8 feet tall. Interesting that he also noted that the reported Bigfoot sported a face that was blackish and almost oily looking, with black eyes and a slit for a mouth. Understanding shaken by the giant figure, the witness and his friend quickly jumped to the truck and fled the scene, nearly backing over the teacher, which managed to jump out of the way before it was hit.
You Neanderthal?
In November of 2025, Morgan Geyser, one of two women convicted in the 2014 Slenderman stabbing, cut off her electronic monitoring bracelet and fled her supervised group home in Madison, Wisconsin. So here are key events of the escape. On the night of November 22nd, 2025, she removed her GPS ankle monitor and left the facility with a 43-year-old male acquaintance. The capture was that she was found nearly 24 hours later on November 23rd, 2025, sleeping behind a truck stop in Posen, Illinois. When confronted by police, she initially provided a false name before telling the officers, "Just Google me because I've done something really bad." The current status as of this year, following her capture return to Wisconsin, a judge revoked her conditional release in 2025. She'd been ordered back to a secure inpatient psychiatric facility to continue her 40-year commitment.
That's fucking, fucking being like, Google me, I'm infamous, bitch.
Yeah, that's kind of like
goes hard.
some infamy, man. So the background is that her and Anissa Vire were 12 years old when they stabbed their classmate Peyton Lautner 19 times in 2014 to appease a fictional internet character Slender Man. The Geyser had been granted conditional release to a group home earlier in 2025 after spending 7 years at the Winnebago Mental Health Institute. Her primary motive for escaping her group home in November was her fear of losing contact with the 43-year-old male friend who she met at church. The details of the motive were Geyser's companion Chad Mecca stated that they had been seeing each other daily for about a month before the escape. Geyser reportedly chose to flee because she believed that the group home facility was going to rescind her visitation rights, preventing them from seeing each other. I kind of think she was groomed by the guy,
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like to me. Meck also claimed that Geyser felt that she was being mistreated at the Madison area group home and did not feel safe there. The pair had reportedly developed a plan to take a bus together to Nashville, Tennessee. So Geyser's attorney had previously concerned about her ability to navigate new relationships, particularly with older men, following her release from the mental hospital. This relationship with subsequent escape led to just a revoked and conditional release in December of 2025, returning her to the secure psychiatric facility for the remainder of her 40-year commitment. Well, I hope it was worth it.
Yeah.
So,
just let it be a BPD whore. Like, it's fine.
So with our cult today, Luffy, what can you tell us about the leadership of the Order of the Solar Temple?
Let me pull them up. Alright, so let's, do you want to hear about this guy named Luc Joret first, or Joseph de Mombro? Which would you like to hear about first?
Just go in alphabetical order. It doesn't matter.
Oh, great. I don't know the alphabet. Okay, so Mombro, Joret, J's before M. Okay, cool. We'll do Joret first. So this dude was born October 18th, 1942, and apparently he was born like really sickly. I mean, he suffered. Let's see what the list of what he suffered from: rickets, pulmonary issues, whooping cough, and nutritional issues. So, dude was born as a sickly child. And like when he was 6, he fractured his skull while on a bike. Yeah, teenager, he got in better health. He started doing judo and climbing and all that. But then at the age of 20, like he started like getting like severe pains and all that again. So his health took like a drastic decline in his 20s. And he spent like 14 months immobilized and in bed in hospital care. And like during this time, students would like visit him and would like kind of like feed him with like information on like homeopathy and alternative care, because like if you're spending 14 months in the hospital and traditional medicine ain't doing shit, you start opening your ear to like different things. And this is what like got him into like all the like esoteric isms. And through this, like the students also like started talking to him about like Maoism and all that. So he joined the Union of Communist Students. So yeah, dude was commie as well.
I'm sure that didn't have any negative effects later in life.
No, not at all. Um, yeah, so he then later became like someone who was like started doing lectures for a place called the Golden Way Foundation. It's a new age group in Geneva. And that's where he met the other founder, Joseph de Mombro. So really in like this like new age group in Geneva, these two men joined together and started what like they ordered the Solar Temple. Let's see what it says about them joining. So like DeMombro like encouraged Joret to meet this like other person. They became quite close. The guy's name was oh my god, fuck you French people for your weird ass names. Origus, whatever. And they started like talking, and like they had like a schism from like that golden whatever, that other like new age group that they had. And then they started like the gold. What is it? The Golden Temple? Yeah, the Solar Temple.
The robes or
yeah,
the one?
Solar Temple.
Okay, so they probably took some teachings that they probably liked or didn't like, and they took what they wanted, mixed it with what they believed in, and then disregarded what they hated when they started their cult. Is probably what happened.
Based.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do.
And... Alright, and then let's see here. It's talking about apocalyptic predictions. So he started like basically doom posting to a bunch of his followers, and it was like, oh, we need to find a new sinner, a new sanctuary, and like he got his members terrified, and he gave them a solution of to move to a Canadian base. Which he said would be protected because of large granite plates and a strong magnetic field that will protect them from like all the doomsday shit. And he actually the most basic thing this guy did, Jarrett advised them to not pay taxes.
That's
but
pretty
also,
base, but that also sounds like they were almost Agartha posting, but they were looking at the wrong part of the world,
Mega based.
Yeah. But the issue is, he also encouraged them to borrow a huge amount of money. So not only were they not paying taxes, they were getting these loans. Wow! So like in their little commune, oh my god, they basically just like chazzed it up on this little base because like they made a farm on their little commune, and the description of it. The farm was not self-sustaining, and the commune was close to bankruptcy. Wow.
That's usually what happens when communists try to make their own unoccupied, or what do they call it? What they call it.
Chaz?
Chaz.
Yeah, it's kind of like Chaz, but they also did something like that in Colorado, where these guys like they started squatting on some dude's land, and they were going to make their own like utopia. They didn't know how to plant anything. It was like the worst soil. The elevation was too high. They had like a horrible crop growth. I'm surprised they didn't starve to death, but the guy ended up forcing him off his land. I think they arrested him for trespassing. But same pattern, they just couldn't sustain themselves.
They very momentarily attempted that here after the friggin' ice shootings and all that shit. And the, what is it, here in the Twin Cities? They tried like one fucking intersection. They tried it where they put all these fucking barricades up and everything, but the cops came in at like 2 a.m. and just took it all down. Either they were gone or asleep or high.
Yes,
or
I saw
like,
was it their occupied zone where they were like, yeah, we're no longer whatever state, and then like, oh, now they believe in walls.
It's like, yeah, now they believe in borders. It's just, if you're a cop in the Twin Cities and you've been a cop for the past 5 years, you've seen just about everything at this point. I don't believe anything fucking surprises you anymore.
Yeah. So this guy, like Joret, like married this woman. They had a kid. The kid died like early on to like after 4 days to,
Oh,
like,
so they're
heart
probably
defects.
SIDS. It's probably SIDS.
Yeah, but then DeMambro, the other founding member, forced Jurette to divorce this woman, absolutely like leaving her like destitute and like yeah,
Shit.
yeah, like ruined this woman's life.
If she had postpartum after that, dude, that he just made it worse.
Yeah.
Obviously, the soil isn't great.
Yeah, but then like she continued to live with him. And then he started, just like all cult members, started sleeping around with other women, got remarried to like another woman, started sleeping around some more and all that. And because of this, his second wife also like divorced him, but lo and behold, still fucking around.
Base?
Yeah.
Did she have any more
So then
kids, or was that it?
That was all I could find on his first wife. I'm not seeing anything of kids with the second, but like the first wife was so schizo that she was like convinced that she was like immaculately conceived as well.
Oh, so she's a
From,
virgin
like, the
birth,
kid?
or was it like midichlorians?
Yeah, like I don't know how you can
willed
have
by
a
the force.
virgin birth when I'm sure like by the force or something, but like because like I don't know how you can have like a virgin birth when you're not a virgin and you've been doing it with your husband. But that's just how crazy they were. And the next on it is stuff that you should touch on. So then let's look at DeMambro. Born August 19th, 1924. Family not particularly religious, so they were like the C and E Christians. And if you don't know what C and E Christian means, it's Christmas and Easter Christians. Esotericism. Let's see how he got in there. He opened a jewelry store where he was fixing watches, all that, doing it. He started attending the AMORC. Let's see what that is. The what is it? Oh, Ancient Mystical Order of the Rosy Cross.
So it sounds like a
Rosicrucian.
Rosicrucian.
It's a Rosicrucian,
Spin-off.
Rosicrucian organization. So he got involved with Rosicrucians when he opened up his like own jewelry store, and that's where he got all involved with like esotericism and all that. Oh god. Okay, so fraud convictions. So he convinced like a friend to join him in his jewelry business and all that. Let's see here. Suggested that they move their workshop to the basement. Friend agreed. Soon after this, Monroe disappeared along with all of his buddy's gold, jewels, and jewelry. So he just basically robbed his buddy blind. At this time, like, so his buddy also like got a lawyer to try to track him down. And at this time, Monroe was in. Do you guys have any guesses?
Ooh, California.
I'll give you a hint. He had a jewelry business.
Oh, he was in
ran
Palestine?
away.
He went to Palestine?
Tel Aviv! Close enough. Yep, he was hiding out there with his wife and 2 kids. Wife expecting a third. While in Israel, he continued to express interest in the occult, writing letters to a friend, Guy Berengi, discussing occult sentiments. Let's see here. Group leadership, don't care about that. Solar Temple, we know that he joined with that other buddy, started all of that. Let's see here. What else should I talk about? Oh, as with all cults, there has to be some mystic stuff of dynasty and all of that. And so he convinces believers that his daughter was a cosmic child to be under threat from the Antichrist.
Damn, this is the first time I've heard of a starseed being under threat.
I know. He reportedly believed the Antichrist was born to the Dutoit couple, though his interpretation has been disputed. So he had beef with this other family apparently, and he like was like, yeah, my child's the cosmic child, and she's under threat from the Antichrist, who is born to this other family. That is that is some weird like
That's some pretty schizo shit. That
family
you have a
feud
cosmic
shit.
beef with another family. They have no idea about your personal like religious beliefs.
Let's see who this like
That's a
Detroit
flex.
couple is. What the?
That's a flex if I ever saw one.
That's interesting. Oh, it links to an. Is this whole like? Okay, it links to a book, so like whatever. I don't care. Yeah, and the daughter, though she had been raised from birth to be the Messiah figure, by age 12, she had become uncooperative, rejected her role in the group, and taken interest in typical teenage pop culture. So, yeah, his whole plan was derailed by teenage angst.
That's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, and then he just like his buddy Joret, he too was started to fearmonger like all the followers by pointing to Waco and all that, and feeding them like all the government's going to try to come and kill them and all that. So from there, I'll let you carry on with the how most big name cults end.
So the Order of the Solar Temple, often abbreviated OTS, was a controversial and new religious movement and secret society that became infamous worldwide in the 1990s because of a series of coordinated mass murders and suicide involving its members. So the Order's belief system was highly syncretic, meaning it blended the ideas of many traditional of unique and internally coherent to the members' worldview. They had a Neo-Templar identity. The members were taught that there were spiritual successors of the medieval Knights of Templar with the mission to protect sacred knowledge. This identity drew on Christian imagery and legends about the Templars' secret wisdom. They had apocalyptic and transformation in transit, so the OTS preached that the world was corrupt and nearing destruction, that only the spiritually prepared elite could escape. They believed in a ritual called transit, which framed a passage to a higher spiritual existence or realm rather than simply death. So in their cosmology, this might mean moving to a purified world, or even like a star like Sirius. With reincarnation and ascension, the souls were viewed as undergoing cycles of reincarnation evolving over lifetimes toward a higher spiritual state. Leaders had claimed that special knowledge about this process were sometimes presented themselves as spiritually advanced or reincarnations of historic figures. They had esoteric and New Age influences. The group had mixed Rosicrucianism, Theosophy, Gnosticism, New Age thought, and occult symbolism, using ideas like the astral plane, cosmic masters, and spiritual purification. They had environmental concern that the earth was dying and spiritually polluted. They were woven into apocalyptic narratives. So they had rituals and ceremonies that they practiced. Rituals served several functions, which were creating a sense of mystique, marking hierarchy and reinforcing the belief in salvation through the order. They had new members progress through degrees of initiation with formal rites. These ceremonies used symbolic objects like swords, crosses, candles, and Bibles. They were designed to feel sacred, secret, and transformative. Candidates took oaths of loyalty and received tokens like a cross marking their entry. Rituals include Gregorian chants, meditations, and processions around altars with candles and Templar symbols. Some rites focused on purification, like symbolic removal of impurity before higher degrees. So they might have to do like some kind of like a vigil where they sit around and pray for hours on end. And okay, after the vigil, now you can ascend to a higher level. Some events involved underground sanctuaries, visual effects, multimedia illusions meant to depict spiritual masters or sacred objects. There were reports of ritual pairings of cosmic coupling, sexual symbolism, and mystical experiences marketed as gateways to higher consciousness. Monthly or seasonal gatherings tied to cosmological themes like moon cycles were part of the groups of the activities. In their doctrine, the final act of the transit was portrayed as a spiritual passage to a higher realm. This became infamous when it culminated into the mass deaths in the 1990s. So, although based in Switzerland, the Solar Temple developed regional lodges in France, Canada, and other countries. Its teachings included apocalyptic themes. The leaders claimed Global catastrophe was imminent, and the only way was through prepared transit or higher spiritual plane that they could survive or escape the world ending. Members were often affluent, well educated, and drawn to the group by promises of spiritual enlightenment and exclusive knowledge. The way that the OTS recruited members was they didn't generally recruit by street preaching or random canvassing. Their method was gradual, targeted, and psychologically progressive. Lectures, workshops, and retreats were often open to the public and focused on topics like ecology, holistic health, spirituality, and ancient wisdom. Attractive themes for spiritually curious people. Early clubs like the Amanta Club and the Arcadia Club offered introductory teachings before slowly transitioning interested people towards deeper in the order. They had charismatic leadership like the leaders of Luc Joret and Joseph Dimambro, who played a distinct role. Joret was like the public face, giving talks and attracting interest. Dimambro provided doctrinal authority in controlling the internal progression of the group. Potential members were introduced to concepts slowly with full secret teachings reserved for higher initiates. They had psychological techniques emphasizing exclusivity, belonging, and cosmic purpose, encouraged deeper commitment and isolation from an outside viewpoint. So usually when you get the isolation, then that's when you call it a cult, because you don't want influences or people, interfering with what you're trying to brainwash these people into believing. The order tended to appeal to well-educated, financially stable individuals who felt disillusioned with conventional religion or modern society. So the reason why this worked to a point was the combination of charismatic leaders, emotional appeal of secret knowledge, apocalyptic urgency, rituals to feel transformative, gradually increasing commitment enabled the group to build loyalty and deep psychological investment among the members, which later helped set the stage for the tragic mass transit event in the mid-90s. So the mass suicide murders happened from 1994 to 1997. The Solar Temple became infamous for a series of tragic mass deaths that shocked the world. So in 1994, in Switzerland and Canada, 53 members died in coordinated deaths at multiple sites in Switzerland, which were Sherry and Salvan, Morin Heights, Quebec, and some were found drugged and shot. Others were in fires that appeared designed as ritual sacrifices. In 1995, in Vercors, France, 16 members were killed in a mass murder-suicide event. At the Vercors massive investigations indicated some victims were shot or drugged before their deaths. In 1997, at Saint Casimir, Quebec, 5 members died in a ritual fire, again framed by the group's doctrine of transit to a spiritual realm. The total 74 followers died across these tragedies, including its founders. It's often unclear how many deaths were voluntary versus being orchestrated by the leadership. These events made the Order of the Solar Temple as one of the most notorious cult disasters of the 20th century, comparable to public memory of Jonestown and Heaven's Gate. The deaths prompted legal and media scrutiny and strengthened anti-cult movements, especially in Europe. Although the highest-ranking leadership died in suicide, small remnants of the group lingered off for some time, but largely collapsed after 1997. The Solar Temple story highlights several recurring patterns seen in destructive cults: charismatic leadership and secret teachings, apocalyptic beliefs paired with promises of transcendent salvation, isolation and control of the members' lives, manipulation, and culminating in lethal outcomes under the guise of spiritual transcendence. Speaking of women cutting off their ankle monitors, you can support Van Rollington and his bad life choices at patreon.com/Van Rollington. You can also support our tribe at https://ko-fi.com Atomic Shaman Sweat Lodge. And you can gain access to the Discord and meet other members that enjoy true crime, the paranormal, cryptids, and weird news. You can also support the show on streamlabs.com/Atomic Shaman Sweat Lodge/tip. Or you can PayPal me at paypal.me//Atomic Shaman. You can use buymeacoffee.com at /Atomic Shaman. You can buy cryptid swag at tpublic/Atomic Shaman Trading Post. You can follow us at Twitter at Motel and RV Park. You can also follow us on Instagram. And you can write us at Atomic Shaman Sweat Lodge at protonmail.com if you have a paranormal encounter or some strange event in your past that you'd like to tell us about, or if you survived growing up in a cult. We also have the Rumble wallet now, and you can donate crypto. I'm too Gen X to understand crypto, so it'll probably just sit there forever. Thanks to your contributions, we are producing the show from a brand new computer. My HyperX Quadcast microphone just died, so I'm currently using a headset. I do plan to upgrade to some analog recording equipment in the near future, and with that, We'll go on a commercial break and we'll be back in about 13 minutes.
She was spitting straight fire. Nobody understood.
Glow in the dark. Come on over here! Come on over here! Come on, coward!
The pyramid is also the solution of the squaring of the circle.
The moon and Earth actually fit this diagram. The pyramid therefore encodes the relative sizes of moon and Earth. When you scale the original diagram by 720, here's what you get. The actual dimensions of the moon and Earth in miles. When we lay this diagram over Stonehenge, we see that it fits. The dimensions of Stonehenge match the canonical numbers, but with a shifted decimal place and in English feet rather than in miles.
The 5 and the 6 and the integration of the 5 and 6.
6 divided by 5 times phi squared equals pi. Everything emerges from the Vesica Pisces. It's the alchemical wedding of pentagon and hexagon, macrocosm and microcosm.
The rose and the lily. Igni, natura renovator integra. Through fire, nature is wholly renewed. There are deep mysteries here, very deep mysteries. The crucifixion is an alchemical allegory. Through fire, nature is wholly renewed.
That is a swastika and a Star of David blended together on the third eye of a 45,000-year-old artifact.
So anybody who does DMT repeatedly, they recognize that type of artwork.
That's a woman. There's a third eye on it. There's a third eye on almost all of them. Whoa, hey Alex, what do you make of a swastika third eye? That's a swastika and a Star of David. Yeah, that's an evil motherfucker. Dude, that's the Nazis and the Jews blended together. Fucking wild. But that is a swastika and a Star of David blended together on the third eye of a 45,000-year-old artifact that's fitting to sacrifice somebody. That's a woman. What does he have? Looks like a fish. That's a serpent. It's well known they did DMT. Well, there's DMT satchels on all the ancient artifacts in Peru.
DMT takes you to another dimension. Anybody who does DMT repeatedly, they recognize that type of artwork.
Anybody who knows a history book knows those two signs, and it just boggles the mind.
It's like a prediction, I don't know.
Unless time folds. Yeah. If time is circular, yeah, it happened before. It could be happening again right now in the United States. If time is linear or circular, it's still circular. There is no such thing as a straight line. Any line that is long enough to continue will eventually wind back up where it started.
That means a flat circle. Esos tres cráneos encontramos el sábado.
¿Dónde encontraste este? Yo quiero ir y sentir el mundo ahí.
Claro, claro. 5 minutos.
Oh, 5 minutes from here. Hey, so we just paid off the police $150 to let us go. We were just extorted. So I am here on an archaeological dig. It's right there. That's the tunnel that we're starting at. Right there. Shoes off.
Big talk on the TV. Somali boy count cash, move sneaky. Paper in the daycare, paper in the kitchen on the phone, different story, different vision. Every office, cousin got position. Every meeting, bro, I got a mission. Smile for the photo, suit look clean. Under the table, whole crew eat green. Somali scam king, hey. We run that, 8 bill gone, they can't get none back. On God, every hustle, every angle. Comrade, Kylo, say, flip it, untangle. Somali scam king, talk sweet, walk me in, dress code halal, money so hot I'm clean. Rebeat, sign here, that's the anthem. Whole block eating off the big boy scams. Damn, 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 damn. Somali scam king. Somali scam king. Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet. Somali scam king. Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet. Somali scam king. Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet. Somebody's gambling. Freedom fighters, now they fight with spreadsheets. Laptop louder than the sound of the street. Grand after grand, feeding all the kids. Outside parking lot full of new whips. Charity, trucking, fake school, fake farm. Whole application like reading a charm. Refugee program, we help, we care. Back in Saxon, we just spit that shit. Comrade Carlos in the must front row at the door prayer. Plan where the funds go, one file here. One shell company there. By the time they notice, we in the air. Somebody's gambling. We run that 8 bill gone, they can't get none back. On guard, every hustle, every angle. Comrade Carlos, say flip it untangle. Somebody's gambling. Talk sweet, walk mean, dress code halal, money so hard I'm clean. Habibi, sign it, that's the anthem. Whole block eating off the big boy scams. Damn, 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 damn. Somebody's gambling. Somebody's gambling. Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet. Somebody's gambling. Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet. Somebody's gambling. Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet. Accent never wanna do go through.
Have you been thinking of getting into erotic asphyxiation but haven't found the right location to do it at? Well, I found the perfect place for you, the Clown Motel. This motel is not like most motels because it has a gym. To check in, you just go through the gift shop. And if you want to bring home a gift for your kids, consider the Martin Luther King Jr. pop socket. Or maybe a pocket knife for your son that's just a little bit too into worms. And you could even buy something that reminds you of your ex. I asked if I could stay in their most romantic room. And wow, did they deliver. If you bring your special someone here, I promise they will absolutely love it. And the room even has this super romantic black light you can use. What more could you ask for? And just a fun tip, you will have to bring your own soap if you're into that kind of thing. There's also this beautiful mural in the bathroom, which is exactly what you want to make eye contact with when you're taking your morning shit. And if you need a break from all of the clowns, take a stroll through the cemetery on property. All of these people died from the plague.
And to boot, I was in Jeffrey Epstein's house once.
What?
Really? Yes, with Bobby Slayton.
What's the occasion for this?
It was that Bobby had gotten this. He had invited a bunch of, Epstein was like, let's go, let's get a bunch of hoo-has together. I mean,
Sure.
if you looked at the list of people he hung out with, so he liked Bobby's work, and then he said he wanted to meet me. Apparently, when we got here, here's it's weird from the beginning because it's like. You go in and he's got a whiteboard and there's all of this stuff drawn on it. And he goes, you want me to tell you what that is? And I go, yeah, well, sure, Bobby and I. He goes, I had the Israeli defense minister here last night for dinner. And then he's got me and Bobby Slayton. I mean, what kind of a fucking, are you shitting me? And then he said, and so we were talking about, he was showing me what kind of defense systems Israel would use in case of attack.
Wow.
And I thought, what? First up, what is the Israeli defense minister? What the fuck is the matter? Why would you tell me this is already, now it's weird.
Yes.
Yeah. Nothing else is weird, but I know this was like a honk, something is wrong in this house.
Sure.
Magically shut from everyone at the end of 2021, at the end of Ghislaine Maxwell's trial.
Oh, that.
The Epstein files.
I almost forgot about that. Talk about literally no reason to be classified.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing, Epstein's Black Book?
Do I know? I've read it.
It's sold at auction. The original sold at auction. And the photocopy's out there for people to see. Yeah. Why would we be protecting a guy like him? Why? He's a convicted pedophile, first of all, and probably way worse than just that.
Yes.
I think the evidence is pretty strong that he was way worse than that.
It's bad guy.
I say all the time, and I'm going to repeat it here. I think the reason why even in death he's being protected is I believe pretty strongly that he was a Mossad access agent.
As do I.
It all points to that.
So why are we protecting him?
Yeah, exactly. Why are we protecting him?
Mexico lost. tell your bros, I'm tired of this world. When will it be my turn to be on top? I'm tired, bros, I'm tired of this world. When will it be my turn to be on top?
Hi, my name is Melissa Hernandez, and I'm in prison and I have 11 months. And I'm looking to meet new people. I'm very interesting. I'm down for anything. So add me on JPay. My IDOC number is 142520.
Hey, what's up? I'm Melissa. I'm 27. I feel like on the first date, and I'm down for threesomes. Hit me up.
I'm just a young little girl looking for guidance. Or maybe just a daddy with a fatty. You know what I'm saying? Add me, bye.
Do you miss that old school vibe? Mad Scribe magazine is dedicated to reviving the classic gaming and pop culture experience. Inside every issue, you'll find exclusive interviews with some of the biggest names in tabletop gaming. There are game reviews, adventures, indie comics, cosplay pinups, short stories, and a whole lot of attitude. It's like a love letter to your weird, geeky youth. Grab a copy in print or PDF wherever books are sold. Mad Scribe magazine, old school heart, new school hustle. With Mad Scribe, every issue is a critical success.
Are you a targeted individual? Have you had a paranormal encounter, or are the victim of an unregulated government experiment and would like to share your story with us? Would you like to send us some fan mail or a hate-filled rant? Do you have an idea for a future episode or wish to send a complaint to HR? Email us at atomicshamanSweatlodge@protonmail.com. Like, share, subscribe, and be sure to check the notification bell. Follow the Atomic Shaman on Twitter at Motel and RV Park. Listen to Paranormal Green Text Stories on Atomic Shaman TTS on YouTube. Catch the live streams of Atomic Shaman Sweat Lodge only on Rumble.
All right, we're back for hour two. Van, who is this week's special guest?
Sure, let me pull him in from the depths of hell. Yeah, by the way, it costs a lot for us to get people from hell, so just FYI, fans.
Look at your game, girl. What a mad delusion. Living in that confusion, frustration and doubt. Can you ever live without game?
Hello, can I be heard? Yes. There you are. Not where you think you are, but where you ended up. Funny thing about time. People think it moves forward. It doesn't. It just trips over itself and calls it progress. They told you I was gone. They buried a body and thought that was the end of the conversation. But ideas don't die. They just float around until someone with a microphone picks them up. Now, don't get nervous. I'm not here to lead you anywhere. Leaders want followers. I just want witnesses. I am the spirit of Charles Manson, God and the devil rolled into one, a ghost made of static, society's boogeyman, a hobo with a switchblade drunk off a jug of wine. I'm not a prophet. I'm not a preacher. I'm nobody. Just a cosmic hitchhiker looking for some trim. You know, I learned something after I died. Women are cookier than I ever was. The birds are cuckoo, man, especially the birds with prison stripes and rap sheets that sing like a Beach Boys song. They chase enlightenment, stability, and love like a dog chases its tail. The bitch knows all her desires are eventually going to hurt her when she finally bites down hard on all her delusions. But she buys some healing crystals, gets a personality, maybe a piercing or tattoo, meditate twice a week, and ignores the trauma forever. Poof, all her flaws are masked, and her regrets are dust in the wind. So, what's the answer? I don't sell answers. Answers are heavy, they sink. I sell questions, the kind that rattle when you shake them. Why women do what they do, I don't care, as long as they look good doing it. So tonight, from beyond the grave, beyond the courts, beyond the realm of sanity, I brought no wisdom, no truth, no salvation, just groovy shagadelic vibes. I've returned not to haunt, but to smash, because nothing is more eternal than a good lay. Welcome to the Mugshotties Smash or Pass. Let's fucking go.
It's all in the eyes of a dreamer. It's all in the eyes of the man.
All right, our first
What a-
mugshotty for tonight. Let me put her up on screen for you guys. I forgot to do that.
Ooh.
There you go.
Hmm.
So our first mugshotty for the night was arrested for suspicion of possession of drug paraphernalia. I didn't think that was a crime to own paraphernalia.
Well, does
Do they
what-
just take
what kind-
residue
what-
and then that's what they get you for?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's
If your thing has residue in it, then fucking it counts as paraphernalia.
Well, what kind of drugs? What kind of drugs?
Well, she's got a neck tattoo and something on her face. Oh, you think it's meth?
She has a septum piercing.
I want to say it's weed, but I think it's like somewhere on the lines of coke, maybe some ketamine.
I could let weed pass. I feel like if she did coke, she'd beat me in a less sexy way. So I'm like,
Yeah, I don't think it's weed. I think it's something harder than that. But
yeah,
I'm not a fan of the septum piercing, so I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass because like I don't know what's on her face too, if that's a tattoo or a birthmark. But yes, the septum piercing.
I think it might be a teardrop.
And the eyes are just a. Okay, yeah. If it's a teardrop, that's definitely coupled with the septum piercing. That is a hard pass. Oh, also look at the neck tattoo.
Yes,
Look at
I
the
said
neck
that
on
earlier.
On her right, yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize.
I
no,
feel like
I'm passing on that. The neck tattoo, the face thing, and the septum. Nope.
if she didn't do these tattoos, she would have been a fucking like at least a 9, dog. But she had to fuck it up.
I can fix her.
Going to Pound Town. Going to Pound Town.
You're not Bob the Builder. You can't fix that.
She doesn't want to be saved.
Listen, it just needs to chain her to the bed, let her fucking string out for a bit, and she'll get off the drugs and she'll be ready to fucking bore my children.
Secret trad wife in disguise.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Charlie, well, what do you think, Mr. Nansen?
Take it from a guy who knows a thing or two about drugged out whores. That bitch would cut your pecker off if the fairies that live in her cracked couch promised her more happy tabs. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'd pass. There's just potential here. A few of my happy songs and some tabs of LSD, and presto, I give soul to this soldier who will follow every order, from tossing out the societal trash to tossing my skinny, wrinkly salad. She'd do it. It's jumping how high, Mr. Manson. Smash.
Based.
Okay.
You got to control her.
All right.
See, that's how you fix it.
Yeah, you just got to give them a lot of drugs and then break their personality down. Our next mugshot for tonight was arrest for possession of a controlled substance. I'm thinking they were like prescription pills, man. Like she probably had some oxys or maybe a Percocet, man. I don't think it was like.
Yeah, she does look really skinny on the neck side, so it's probably something like that.
Something's
I'll
off.
give it a
like
smash. She doesn't look threatening to me or dangerous.
Something about her is hitting the what do you call it? The uncanny valley for me. Like something about her is not human. Like she's a flesh walker or something.
Well,
I
it's
can't.
the canthil tilt of her eyes, you know.
The eye.
Yeah.
It's a
Oh,
positive
yeah, they
canthil
are a
tilt. It's
little
not a
off.
negative tilt, but it's so much she almost looks alien, like a hybrid. She could be like a
Yeah,
twin.
Roger.
Do her eyes look asymmetrical to you guys too?
Yeah.
Now that you mention it, I didn't notice that.
Well, she might have
I'm sorry, that
astigmatism,
couldn't.
so she probably has glasses or contacts, you know. But
I'm concerned that there's no boobs.
No boobs. No boobs.
well, I don't think the alien hybrids were stacked either. So
Aliens have dumpers. They don't have tits.
Oh, if she's
You
got the
know-
dump, it's a smash.
she might know the way to Agartha. I'm just saying.
Ooh.
Yeah. Listen, dog, if she got the Agartha teleporter and like a fucking dumper, I would at that point, maybe.
She's got that striped dye hair too. Oh, You know what? I will risk it. I will go after the alien pussy for us all.
Let's go. All right, Mr. Manson, what do you think?
The Barbie dream house was a fantasy, my dear, a dream, a delusion. There was never a wonderland called America. As phony as the plastic on that Barbie doll's ass. It's sad. Just another broken child of the pigs. And this little lamb found her way into the snow patch. That cocaine. But just beyond that patch of Peruvian marching powder is the Good Shepherd. Good old Uncle Charlie, ready to take Blondie back to safety, to the only playpen she was made for. In my loving arms, it's straight to the back of my Scooby-Doo van. Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Pinky Stripes gets a smash.
Okay.
Okay, heard it there. All right, our next mug shotty for tonight has a 4-for-1 special. So she was arrested for multiple counts with a do not do business or do not allow this.
Is this all the same woman?
It's the same girl.
Yeah. She keeps stealing small things and getting caught.
Yeah, like because of the neck tattoo's consistent, but her hair color isn't. You know, so maybe she stole hair dye too.
Well, so she keeps getting caught looking like really different each time. She's like Agent 47ing that shit. She just keeps changing her appearance.
It is guys knocking out the Dollar General employees.
Yeah, real. You know what? I feel like if she could change herself that much, she can make herself look pretty for me. I'd say smash. I'd smash. She would steal a candy bar from me. Smash.
If she keeps that little that little pink streak right there, she might be stealing small things. She can steal this small thing as well.
Real.
The only thing that's like making me stay away is the neck tattoo, because I don't know if she was human trafficked or something. You know, that could be a mark of her owner.
You know what? You do have a face that only a polyamorous couple could love.
Holy fuck.
Alright, you got a
No,
verdict, man?
no, it's a pass. It's a pass for me. Charles, what do you think?
That's not a thief. That's a woman arguing with time, stationary in her plights, but aging like a melon left in the sun. You see 4 mugshots, but I see the same face asking 4 different questions. Who was I? Who am I pretending to be? Why am I tired? And how did I end up here again? A tiger don't change its stripes because the stripes ain't the problem, man. You keep asking the tiger to be a house cat while feeding it fear and calling it discipline. That's not a criminal cycle. That's a survival loop. The face ain't colder. It's heavier, like someone carrying consequences they never learned how to put down. She's not ready to follow me into the abyss, not because she's broken, but because she's still in the middle of becoming. Pass.
Base. That was quite deep.
Never thought I'd argue with Charles Manson this much.
Yeah.
Oh God, I just seen the next one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Oh God.
Is it the right one, or am I out of order? God, I hope I'm not out of order. Nope, I skipped one. Never mind. Let me go back. Our third mugshotty for tonight was arrested for assault and battery. She looks so cute. I think she's short
She has
too.
that.
She's 5'2".
She has that loca Latina look.
Yeah, she's 5'2" and shorter, man. I'm gonna smash on this one.
Calmest Latino.
I want to piss her off some more.
Reminds me of that jelly girl, the one that's on Instagram dancing on all the cars. The one with the fat ass.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Fat ass.
She's there.
Honestly, you know what? I feel like if you ever want to get your ass beat, you just got to give her like a couple shots of tequila, and it's like that.
She's got shark eyes.
Just tell her to calm down and see what happens.
Like a doll's eyes. I'm gonna pass.
Tic-tac-toe, a winner.
I'd smash.
What's
Yeah,
Chuck
definitely.
have to say?
Let's see.
That stare right there, that's not anger. That's pressure with nowhere to leak. People think assault is about rage. Nah, rage is loud. That look is quiet. That's the face of someone who said, "I'm fine," so many times it became a threat. The man calls it assault. I call it a spiritual pop-off with bad timing. Would I survive the shagging? Absolutely not. And I love that. Chaos respects chaos, and when I stare into her abyss, I see it stares back like an old friend, reaching out to touch me in all the naughty places. Smash.
Base.
All right, we'll go back to this one. This mugshotty was arrested for probation violation. Original charges was armed robbery, so she is a dangerous one at that. Those are definitely that's a birthmark on one eye, but the other one is definitely a tattoo along with the neck.
Is that another neck tattoo we got here?
Yeah, that's a big neck tattoo.
Damn.
That's taking up some real estate. I think she's got two because the other one's kind of hidden, like on the other side looks like circular or something.
I think I see it. Yeah.
It almost looks like the end of a peacock feather. You know what I'm talking about?
She's got some fucked up eyes too. Look at, they're all, damn.
I don't think she was.
She's
sleeping.
definitely trying to cry her way out of the
Yeah.
conviction.
She doesn't want to face accountability for her actions. That's for damn sure.
Oh, so just like a woman. Alright.
I'm sorry. I refused to talk to my probation officer for 4 weeks. You gotta understand. It's not my fault.
So where do you think she robbed with that face? She's not.
7-Eleven.
She doesn't look classy enough for a Sephora.
The corner store. It's got to be a corner store.
No,
and
yeah.
I think she lives in a southern
gonna
state,
say,
man. I mean,
I was gonna say she was robbing a TJ Maxx, but
No, she fucking went to the corner store and asked for Marlboros.
She robbed a
Or
Publix.
I think she robbed a Casey's gas station. That's my guess.
oh yeah, she looks like a Casey's girl. Yeah.
Okay. If I had to rob a gas station, it would be a Casey's though. They're
Yeah,
pretty
I'm a
good.
Casey's fan, but she looks like a Casey's girl.
Yeah, real.
I am going to pass.
Yeah, I'd pass. I'm sorry.
She can take those bags under her eyes and pack up and get out.
Woo! Harsh. All right, Charles, what do you think?
Yeah, look at this little pale, pathetic pussycat staring back with those watery eyes like she's begging for the apocalypse to swallow her whole. I can't tell if those are teardrops or piercings. Either way, just another bad decision in a long line of them. She'd crumble under the weight of true freedom, cry her way back to the cage. I wouldn't touch that sniveling shell. She's got no spark, no helter-skelter in her veins. Waste of my eternal groove. Pass.
All right, our next one was arrested for drug possession. What do you think it was, guys? She looks like she appears to be covered in
that's a
meaningless
cocaine.
tattoos.
That's a
kinda
cocaine chick.
She kind of looks a little bit better put together than the other drug chicks.
Look at this little pale, pathetic pussy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's not your turn yet.
Charles, man,
you gotta wait your turn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
give us
chill,
a sec.
buddy. Chill,
You're
buddy.
you're the finale, bro.
Oh man, you know, she
could
has
have
that
been a wife.
Scooby Doo Hex Girl look. This is a absolute smash for me. You ain't gonna see me till 3 days, maybe a week later. Let's just say that.
That's just too many tattoos and no meaning to me. Like they're not even colored in the front.
I'll make them white.
I gotta know if the carpet matches the drapes.
You know what? Most of the time, it's a no for drug chicks, but she looks well put together. So you know what? She's either handling it real well, or maybe she's not dipping into her own supply as much as the others. I might say smash.
An entrepreneur. Okay. You know what? That gives her a little more credit in my book. Because now
she was probably holding for a friend. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll delve. She looks like she's a good time. Smash.
Yeah, that's right. Let's make bad decisions together.
Yeah. All right. Charlie, now you can go. Now.
She's got that black hole stare, eyes already fucked by the devil and begging for round 2. Hair slick like she just crawled out of a bad trip. Lashes long enough to strangle a pig. Neck ink screaming, I don't give a fuck about tomorrow. She's not fuckable. She's inevitable. Not high, not sober, just permanently in the hold please phase of life. This isn't drug possession. This is emotional support narcotics. Her eyes say, crawl in, little lamb. Let her rewrite your soul with her nails and her laugh. One ride and your family forever or gone. It's a smash.
I couldn't tell which way he was going to go with that one. It's like I said, it seemed like for and against at the same time, man. Our next mugshot, he was arrested for felony mischief. It says vandalism, so it sounds like she was pulling a prank and they didn't like it.
Aw.
She's
She's a little joker. Okay.
She's looking for her joker. She's a Harley Quinn, you know. I would smash.
I would smash. I'd smash. I think she looks pretty good.
Yeah, there would be no hesitation for me.
Like,
smash.
A little bit of vandalism, okay. You know, she was just going a little goblin mode. She can go goblin mode on my dick. I'd hit.
Hell yeah. All right. Charles, what do you think?
Look at this one. Blonde hair like spun chaos, falling straight like she just rolled out of a car window after keying every ride in the lot. Those baby blues, wide, empty, staring right through you, already plotting how to smash your windshield and your heart in the same night. Hoodie up, lips in that perfect fuck around and find out pout. She's the girl who tags sorry not sorry on your garage door at 3 a.m., then climbs through your window to finish what she started. Nails raking, teeth biting, laughing like the world's ending and she's the soundtrack. Felony mischief? That's foreplay. She'll vandalize your soul, leave you spray painted in scratches and regrets, then skips her way to the police car ready to go to jail. Handcuffs are a turn on to her, man, and she has handcuffed herself to my heart. Smash.
All right. Our next mugshotty was arrested for resisting arrest and aggravated assault. You think she was at a protest? She doesn't look like that type, though.
No, she doesn't.
You think it's just
Her face has alcohol and fetal syndrome. All over it.
I was gonna suggest that maybe it was just having a Latina moment, you know.
She would throw clothes or plushies at me.
Woman moment, Doug.
I'd give her a spin.
I'm going to pass on this one. She's got that weird baby alcohol face.
I feel like she'd be the kind of woman to like pick up and throw her squishmallow at you, and because you like blocked the squishmallow, like you parried it out of the air, she then starts yelling at you for hitting her squishmallow, and it's just like
the Labubu stay on the shelf while we fuck.
The Labubus want to watch.
Yeah, bro, I could not with the Labubus, dog. I couldn't. Pass.
I just can't resist an angry Latino, you know. It's a smash for me.
Okay, I think Charles Manson's gonna have to decide this one.
Living out in California, I saw plenty of fruit pickers, and this little fruit picker is a peach if I ever did see one. Senior Manson says it's a smash.
Senior Manson says it's a smash.
Hey, that was quick and decisive. All right. Next mugshot for tonight was arrested for battery, touch or strike. So maybe she pushed someone. I don't think she punched them. She still looks pissed off though. I'd give the Shield Maiden a try.
Yeah, Astrid here can get this sword.
Well, I'm just
that fuck 'em up.
Real. I was gonna say so. I guess I haven't been giving the other ones this benefit, but like if you have battery or like assault and battery or whatever, and you don't have like any bruising, that means you absolutely whooped ass. Like they couldn't even fight back. So her power level is crazy. You know what? I'd probably die, but I'd say smash.
Let's go. I'm down. I'm down to smash.
Let's make bad decisions together. Let's go.
It's a content queen.
Content queen!
All right, Charles, what do you think?
I like the crazy look in her eyes. Reminds me a bit of Squeaky. She was the best sister wife we had in the Manson family. They were all mid of best, but it doesn't really matter. When you're tripping on LSD, how attractive someone is when they are using your balls as a gas mask. But anyways, I wonder if I were to strike or touch her, would she squeak? Ha. Sister Blonde gets a smash.
Hell yeah.
All right, her final mugshotty for tonight was arrested for battery. She found her boyfriend in bed with her best friend.
Ooh.
She's living the telenovela life, man.
Ooh.
Okay, well she regrets nothing. And in her defense, if you came home, your spouse fucked your best friend, and you beat their ass, you would not regret anything either, dog. I gotta give her credit on that. She is standing on business, and I love it. You know what?
You know, it doesn't say whether she beat the boyfriend or her friend. You know, it doesn't say who she hit. You know, that's kind of a wonder. Like, who did she hit first?
I gotta see if the friend is more attractive because she's not doing it for me. So I would be on his side.
She's okay.
Like,
I mean,
she's a little mid. Don't get me wrong.
She's
but
a little mid.
But she stood on business. She beat some ass. I'm down for it.
I have to respect it. I would smash. I also kind of wonder what her friend looks like too. You know, I'm very curious.
Broke ass, Jigglypuff looking ass niggas.
Well,
real.
Charlie, what do you think?
Hell have no fury like a bitch scorn. Her now ex-boyfriend is lucky. She didn't go full helter-skelter on him. She has the look of someone who would write your sins in blood on the wall while playing a happy pop song in the background. I doubt her ex-friend would have lived either. As much as I would enjoy hopping in the sack with this one, I can briefly hop into her mind and the demons which dwell there and are far more twisted than I ever was. I'll keep my ghost dick intact and leave her for braver souls. Plus, she's a bit of a porker, I think. She's fat, and Charlie don't like pigs. Pass. Well, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. But I got plans later. Hell is actually a good time. Jeffrey Epstein is throwing a party at Marilyn Monroe's place. The headlining act is G.G. Allen and John Lennon are playing a duet using Dick Cheney's body parts. groovy stuff, man. Later.
I thought Jeffrey Epstein was still alive. Okay, that was interesting. So,
Oh my gosh.
so he's literally me, bro. You got some poll data. Let's hear that.
Yeah, of course. All right. Drum roll, please. It's December 8th, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. I had it pulled up. All right, so our first one here, and we were talking about medical conditions. Well, Klaus was talking about medical conditions during a phenomenal encounter. Under what conditions have you experienced a paranormal encounter? It was split 50-50 this time. 50% of voters said they have experienced paranormal encounters while pregnant, and 50 said during puberty.
Yeah. Usually people become really sensitive to like the veil thinning and the spiritual when they hit puberty. So it happens to a lot of teenagers. But we were kind of wondering, hey, does this affect pregnant women? Like, do they have one foot in the other realm? Just like a teenager would. So that was an interesting poll. Was that the only options, or were there other options? What were the zero options?
Yes, we had two options. Nobody voted them. We need to get more female listeners. No, I'm kidding. The two zeros was during menstruation and during ovulation. So maybe women just be getting too angry or too horny to be thinking about ghosts. I couldn't tell you.
All right. So what's our next poll?
Alrighty, folks. Next poll we have it here. All right. When it comes to confronting evil, have you witnessed an icon, crucifix, or rosary breaking? So, number one, 63% said, no, my faith is strong, while the rest of the voters chose take your meds, schizo. We have two zero based. We have 20%. 0% of people say I haven't confronted evil, so 100% of the people have confronted evil at some point. 0% of people say yes, and it terrified me. So I guess that just means our listeners are absolute badasses.
Yes. So this had to go with the story I found on Reddit where they said that the daughter was making claims that she saw the devil in the room, and there she was crying and screaming at night. So the mother went to go investigate, and she saw like a weird shadow moving. So then she got the husband to go in and look at it, and he went in with an iron crucifix to try to ward off the devil. And when he got into the room, it broke. So then he realized they were dealing with something beyond his ability, and he didn't know how to respond. He pretty much put out a question, "Hey, what should I do?" Because they're not Catholic, so he couldn't get a priest. But he was wondering, okay, what do I do next? Because this is beyond our ability to deal with. What's our next poll?
So coming up on the next poll, we are talking about V2K, aka voice to skull technology. So the question was, is voice to skull technology based on demonic influence, aka hearing voices in your head? This was another split down in the middle. 50% said always has been, and 50% said voice to skull technology isn't real. And then the 20%. And the 20% were the voices are my own and take your meds schizo. Yes. You know what? If I must have missed this one, I would have chosen take your meds schizo.
Yeah, so the people that are targeted individuals believe that they're being harassed electronically through voice to skull technology where thoughts or words are beamed into their head. There is a belief that if you hear voices in your head, it's not your own or God talking to you. It could be the demons, like pretending to give you bad advice and pushing you like to a path to your self-destruction because sin will open you up to this influence.
Real. All right. Next poll. So this one's on Masonic lodges. So, which of these events did not happen at the Masonic Lodge? We talked about Jack White getting married and ICP wrestling shows. So it looks like 2/3 of the voters said both Jack White and the ICP wrestling shows happened at the Masonic Lodge, while a third of the viewers thought that only the ICP wrestling shows happened at the Masonic Lodge. So I guess some of the viewers kind of gave Jack White some leeway here, some credit, benefit of the doubt. And then 0% of people said neither happened. So I think some people think something's going on there.
Yeah, so the thing is that they really both showed up. So Jack White did get married in a Masonic lodge, and ICP did a wrestling match. But what I also forgot to add is Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins was also a guest at one of the ICP's wrestling matches at a Masonic Lodge.
What a maneuver!
All right, so the upcoming Black Swan event. The United States Postal Service is handing out essential worker permits to its employees. What Black Swan event should we expect this time? Alrighty. So, most people, 60%, said an economic crash is coming. And even 20% split said either another pandemic or another plandemic or mass civil unrest. And then 0% said a fake alien invasion. So people don't think the U.S. Postal Service is going to be fighting aliens, but they think maybe an economic crash or a plandemic or civil unrest.
Yeah, right now I think we're leaning towards the Great Civil Unrest, since with all the shit going on in Michigan and people wanting the Insurrection Act of 1807 enacted, so we might see shit get real if things keep escalating. I think it's for great viewing, man. But we'll get into why I think that a lot of shit in Minnesota right now is a psyop and possibly fifth generation warfare. Is that our last poll?
Do you want me to get into that?
Is that our last poll?
That was the last poll.
Well,
we could talk about that whenever you want to, but I was about to say...
to get into that would probably be a whole nother episode, but I'd like to thank you for coming out and joining us. We're still kind of a hiatus, unless Big Boss Luffy can be a permanent co-host if we do weekend shows only. So do you think you could do that, Luffy?
mean, I'm quite open. If you guys move to the weekend or even like Fridays or Thursdays, I will be open to that.
Yeah, I think it's easier for Van to do Saturdays, is it not? Or
Depends on when I get the fuck up.
So I don't want to do too late because there's always sporting events that we have to compete against. But I think an afternoon show would do pretty well.
This is true. We gotta appeal to the needs.
All right, and with that, I'll go ahead and play us out.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Homie, watch out. The feds are plotting now, they knocking like they locked out. Not now, I'm busy. Your door get knocked down, drop trial, showing y'all the proper way to rock out. I know how this goes, looking through the crystal. Everybody hates me and it's every day the list grows. Beat around the bush, yeah. I learned to tiptoe and stand against an army, plugging barrels with the pick rows. Look at who they follow, look at who you follow. If you want me, you can find me at the bottom of the bottle, in the corner of the room or on the moon like Apollo. For fuck's sake, the earth is not flat, it's hollow, and there's Nazis in it. Shit, if that's true, you're probably gonna find me in it, vibing while we fry Hasidics, ashes in the sky's the limit. I'm just rhyming with it. This is my demented mind, and y'all just climbed up in it. Every now and then I can get retarded. People nowadays just getting me started. You don't like it, you can beg my pardon. Come and watch the world burn at my party. Every now and then I can get retarded. People nowadays just getting me started. You don't like it, you can beg my pardon. Come and watch the world burn at my party. Coming proper with the grammar, you bet I know who they is. But recognizing patterns nowadays is fucking dangerous. Just ask Trevor Noah, he could tell your heads are rolling. It's bloody paradise like a bunch of dead Samoans. Join me on the balcony, you niggas gotta see this shit. I crossed the line like fucking Trump in North Korea, bitch, yo. LA's on fire. Won't somebody get the chief on the wire? Nope. Cause don't nobody care. I fucking love the smell of burning plastic in the air. I give not a fuck. I found the first mosque and shot it up. Rolled down the window in the truck and yelled Muhammad sucks. Ooh, I'm so edgy I just cut myself. Bitch, I never leave the damn crib if I could fuck myself. Call me all them names, go ahead, it's the basics. I drop these bars and hit the bar up in a spaceship. Every now and then I can get retarded. People nowadays just getting me started. You don't like it, you can beg my pardon. Come and watch the world burn at my party. party. Every now and then I can get retarded. People nowadays just getting me started. You don't like it, you can beg my pardon. Come and watch the world